And let's tackle this next one. So this question reads, after how many hours from Cyclist B's start will Cyclist B catch up to Cyclist A? Okay, sounds good. So again, after how many hours from Cyclist B's start will Cyclist B catch up to Cyclist A? So I had to read that twice because you have to understand the goal. We know that Cyclist B is trying to catch up to A, and we're starting as soon as Cyclist B starts. So we have these two cyclists that are traveling in the same direction. Cyclist A starts first at 20 miles an hour. Okay, sounds good. So Cyclist A starts first at 20 miles an hour. And then it says that Cyclist B starts 1 hour later at 10 miles per hour. Okay, my party people. So with that said, if Cyclist B starts 1 hour later, how far did Cyclist A go? Cyclist A is moving at 20 miles per hour. In 1 hour, how many miles is that, everybody? How many miles is that? 20 multiplied by 1 hour, that's going to be 20 miles. Sounds good. So there is a gap already of 20 miles to begin with. There's already a gap of 20 miles. Why is that important? Well, it's actually not really that important, to be honest with you. Not really that important. The only detail that really matters is this. Cyclist B, let me highlight this in blue. Cyclist B starts 1 hour later at 10 miles an hour. My party people, think about this with me, please. Here's Cyclist B. Here's Cyclist B's arrow. 10 miles per hour. Everybody, you tell me, who's moving faster? Cyclist A or Cyclist B? Who is moving faster? Yeah, Cyclist A, right? Cyclist A. And not only is Cyclist A moving faster, Cyclist A had a head start. Had a head start. So think about it, everybody. If you're trying to chase somebody down, and that person is moving faster than you, are you ever going to catch up to that person? Just think about that for a second. If you're trying to catch up to somebody who is moving faster than you, you're not going to catch up to him. The correct answer here is D. Cyclist B will never catch up to Cyclist A. And there we go. So I will end this solution here in case anybody's very angry that they were confused. Next question here. So we're trying to solve the equation 5x minus 2 equals 18. Okay, 5x minus 2 equals 18. So we're dealing here with a two-step equation, and what we want to make sure we know how to do is, how are the order of operations shaping up? Because once we know the order of operations, then guess what? We can work backwards. So let's go ahead and give this a shot here first by answering these questions. Here we go. We are trying to get that x by itself. I don't see it on either side. I just see it right here. Okay, sounds good. We have x right there. Everybody, if we are considering the order of operations, if we're pretending that we knew what x was, whether it's 3, 5, 4, or 20, let's say we were plugging in the x, my party people, what is the first operation that we would do? Multiply by 5 or subtract 2? What is the first operation that we would do? Again, if we knew what x was, if we plugged in some value for it. What does the order of operations say happens first? Multiplication or subtraction? Which one happens first? Yeah, when we're looking forward, everybody, again, pay attention. When we're moving forward, pretending that we knew what x was, it would be multiplication first, right? It would be multiply by 5 first. And then, everybody, let's pretend that we knew what that was. Let's say it was x equals 3, 5 times 3, blah, 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 that's 15. After we get that multiplication, what is the next operation that we would do? Again, if we were moving forward. What operation do we clearly see happening right after that 5x? Yeah, it would be subtraction. We see that minus 2 right there. So again, everybody, pay attention. This is what I'm talking about. I'm saying, hey, look, if let's say pretend the answer was 20. Let's pretend it was 20. That means it would be 5 multiplied by 20 and then minus 2. So we would multiply by 20, then minus 2, and then that would be 98. Again, this is order of operations. This is moving forward. So it would be multiplication and then subtraction. But remember, everybody, solving equations is not about working forward. Solving equations is not about working forward. Solving equations is about what, everybody? Solving equations is not about working forward. Yeah, it's about working backwards. So pay attention to this. I got you. Pay attention right here. So I'm going to write forward over here. And now let's write backwards over here. Watch what happens. Everybody, what was the last step that we did going forward? The last step was minus 2. Everybody, what's the opposite of subtracting 2? Can y'all tell me? What was the opposite of subtracting 2? Yeah, that's going to be adding 2. That's correct. Absolutely. So let me write that down right there. Plus 2. Okay, let's do that. Let me add 2 here, add 2 over there. My party people, help me out. What is 18 plus 2? What's that going to give us? Yeah, that's going to be 20. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then, everybody, let's keep it moving here. Look, we're working backwards. So the opposite of minus 2 is plus 2. Everybody, what's the opposite of multiply by 5? Yeah, divide by 5. Absolutely. Divide by 5. And so look at the order that we went in. We just went backwards, starting from the last operation. That's all it was. That is all it was. And so now we are going to divide by 5 on both sides. Booyah. All good because it cancels out. And we get x equals 4. And there we go. And so in this case, the answer would be C, 4. Again, because even though, it's not like, a one-step problem, it's a two-step problem, and we'll be facing 3 steps and 4 steps and everything like that. But we can find the correct answer every single time by knowing how things are going forward, so you can do the opposite and work backwards, just like that.